Now I finally got all that out of the way. Now let's freaking talk about some of these. Let's talk about this Nintendo Switch Pro. Now I want to talk about this console. Now, the Nintendo Switch, um, the new Nintendo Switch is what I exactly really needed from a Nintendo Switch. As somebody who's always on the go, who's always working, and never home, especially dealing with my new job. Hint, hint. My new job, which is I work at a baseball stadium now, and I do also still work at my entertainment venue, the Crown Arena here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm always away from the job. I'm always away from home. I never get to literally sit down and play a game. Like I've been wanting to play. I've been wanting to use my Switch a lot more on the go. And as somebody who's just sit there, like especially when I'm playing Monster Hunter Rise, I sit there on the couch. I always want to play, my games on the go and stuff like that. So this new model of the Switch is exactly what I really needed as a person. I wish it was like 320 instead of 350. I think it's the same price range that got the Nintendo Wii U in trouble. And I think a lot of people don't want to pay for Nintendo hardware unless it's doing, all that other graphical stuff. People don't see it worthy as an upgrade, but I think once people actually get it, once the media and people start getting into their hands, they're going to start seeing a different light. They're going to see that the upgrade is really worth it and stuff like that. I do think that, for one, improving the handheld, the feature that the Nintendo Switch is known for, because y'all got to keep in mind one thing about the Nintendo Switch right here, man. And hold on, give me just a second. Get out the case. Get out the case. Get out the case. All right. Stubborn. And yeah, stubborn. This Nintendo Switch right here needed it. You see this? You see all this screen that the Nintendo Switch has? And all this stuff. You see all this screen? It sucks that it's only can see this much of the screen. With all this, that bezel is going to help. That new OLED screen is going to make games much more clearer. Personally for me, honestly, I always thought the Nintendo Switch screen was always clear. I really did not. I always thought the Nintendo Switch screen was always clear enough. But clearly, there is a little bit of fogginess to it. I wasn't one to complain about it because, I thought like it was the handheld side. If anything, Nintendo's going to improve the console side, for bigger games to run on Switch. But we got to keep in mind the Nintendo Switch is still a freaking handheld. It's still a freaking handheld at the same time. So when you're actually sitting there, you're thinking about, the 4K, the specs and everything. Now, why would you undermine? Now, one question: why would you undermine the part that sells your console? You got to upgrade the part that sells your console. It's the same thing with it's kind of like the same thing with the Wii. Actually, the Wii Plus, like the Wii Plus needed to upgrade. The actual concept need to upgrade, not the power of the console. So it's good that Nintendo is focusing on the actual concept of the console. That's great. Everything. I'm hoping that from it looks like we got an improved fan. I mean, the kickstand. My God, thank you, God. The kickstand is improving. This little piece of crap right here, man, is flimsy. It does fall off. I had times where I had tried to just set it up just to record some gameplay when I'm away from the capture card, and I just couldn't make this thing stand. So I'm very happy about that part. That I got full kickstand. And it's great that they're utilizing this whole bottom section for the kickstand and everything. One thing that I do like about the Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch, is that one, the new color, the white color, it looks freaking clean. We hardly see any white switches out there. We usually see the gray or the neons or anything else, but we never see nothing like an actual Switch. And it does make sense that they're still using the same Joy-Cons. They're still going to be making the same. Oh God, you're dirty. You're a dirty boy under there. I gotta clean you off, and you're a yellow one. But yeah, it does make sense if they're still using the freaking same Joy-Cons. I mean, how are you going to improve the Joy-Cons? From your standard Switch, you gotta use the same Joy-Cons. I just wish they improved the tech inside of it so we won't get Joy-Con drift. Which, you know, I'm hoping there is an improvement, and I'm hoping that people do put to the test the new durability. I hope that the Joy-Cons are way improved, more than Nintendo is letting on to be and everything else. But I do like the new model. I love the new, you know, dock for the thing. It looks good. The new dock looks super good. I do like the round edges instead of the corners, you know, the pointy corners. I hope they had some kind, I hope what they add in there this time around is some kind of plastic, not plastic, some kind of rubbery feel, so when you put your Switch in, you won't have to need a screen protector like I have on my Switch. Like, as soon as I heard about that, I said I'm getting some screen protectors and I'm gonna throw it on my Switch immediately. You know, I hope they have some kind of rubbery feeling in there, so that way that it doesn't mess up the Switch in any kind of way and everything like that, man. So let's talk about one of the biggest features that nobody's talking about: improved sound. Now, to me, I think the Switch is loud enough. I didn't have a problem. I never had a problem with, you know, the Switch sound. But, you know, if they're going to improve the sound all around, I'm willing to take that. That's a good upgrade. I think the sound improvement, you know. Only thing is, I'm wondering if Nintendo's going to put, you know, I wonder if the casing for the Nintendo Switch is the casing for the Nintendo Switch is anything remarkable. You know, I hope that the Nintendo Switch, I hope that the new Nintendo Switch casing is better. I hope it's a way better casing, so when it gets heated or something like that, that it will stand it, it won't crack it and stuff like that. So, anywho, you know, there's a lot going into this new Switch that's not been revealed yet. I hope they took care of a lot of the problems that plagued this original Switch. This is an OG Switch, by the way. This is not the new model. This is not the new one with the improved battery life. And this is an OG Switch. I actually won this Switch. I didn't pay for this Switch. I actually won this Switch off a website. So yeah. Anywho, I like this Switch. I like this Switch a lot. You know, even though we're getting an upgrade, I'm gonna be sad to see it go when I trade this in for the newer Switch. So anywho, it's your boy Kahuna Silver signing out. Get ready for that new Switch. It's coming, and you know, I'm glad that Nintendo's improving the handheld side of things. You know, it's a good upgrade for the handheld side. And a lot of people are mad because they want the console side, but you know what? Who cares? The handheld side need to upgrade, the part that matters the most.